When we were here before,
Yes.
by the pea pod that was split, you had little peas on the ground. Are you going to eliminate that now, or?
I'm still thinking if I should put the pot. Yeah. I try to maybe the driver will come out the pot in their mind when they see the splitting of pods, maybe they will feel like maybe the pods just come out their mind, try to do some cooperation. Yeah. And I know there's a traffic sign here, so the driver might stop here a little while, so that they will come out the same, the view, the spinal pods, come out from here. So they might, they will see this view first, and they will see the accompanying, like friends support the follower or something like that. Yeah.
Are you still thinking about fiberglass?
Yeah, they will the steel will be inside the fiberglass to support the whole structure. Yeah.
And how tall is the tallest one?
The tallest one is 10 feet. Yeah.
What about the trees? How do you visualize the trees remaining? The trees that are already in the island?
I'm thinking tree will maintain their. Yeah, I think it's like a landscape, yeah.
Do you envision an explanation of pea pods, their historical perspective, or maybe even a reference to the book, to the children's book, for people that would come and pass by? Yes. I mean, would there be something here for those who don't understand a pea pod or their significance that you see it, that would explain to them in a plaque form or some other way? Or do you expect everybody to understand the significance of the pea pod?
I just want them to see the splitting of the movement of splitting of pea pods, to make them feel an emotion of rebirth and energetic. Every time when people drive by, then they will feel like this will make them feel just energetic and friendly, powerful.
And you plan on the traffic coming in this way?
No, there will be a traffic sign here, and maybe stop a little bit around here. Yeah. So they will come out of view so this view will be if the driver stop right here, then they will just see the spinal parts coming out of here. The view. Yeah.
You had mentioned that there was something else, because I feel like there is something that should be showing. I feel like it leaves me hanging. I understand I think I understand what you're going to, but should there be something showing that what leaves? Did you have something here before?
Yes, some parts. But I just, well, this is my kind of my habit. I try to I try to cooperate with my audience. Normally I don't show because I anticipate the driver could come out the parts. Yeah.
The driver would be the peas.
Yeah, cooperate with the people. Yeah.
Interesting. Do you expect this to be interactive? Would children be inclined to climb up on the pea pods and the?
That's my question last time. I was asking if audience are allowed to go inside.
It's probably not going to be a traffic pattern to this.
No.
This is a medium type thing.
Right.
That's where that plaque would not probably work either,
Right.
because nobody can see and read. They're going to have to understand.
Which is probably why the peas aren't really that important to the sculpture either, because I think this would work in a space that was interactive with people, but I don't think our space is very good to be interactive with people.
No, I agree, but you put art somewhere and people are gonna come to it. You know, people are gonna park their vehicles and come up and they're gonna wanna touch it, and they're gonna wanna understand it from a different perspective than just driving by. And people will do that over time.
Well, I don't think we want to encourage them crossing Pendleton Pike.
With these designs, I think they're pretty interesting. I think people
Well,
are
they
gonna-
are, they
And
are.
I think you put artwork somewhere, even in that location, people are gonna wanna touch and feel it. I'm not saying everybody,
Yeah,
you know, most people will just drive by.
yeah, I'm going to go touch and feel it.
This is sort of the first gateway to the city of Lawrence.
As an artist, and this is your design, do you feel that people or the general public should know what this means without any explanation? Because I'll be the first to admit, I have no idea. But I liked your explanation, and I understood the explanation. But without it, I may be left wondering what I'm looking at, or what I'm supposed to be looking at. So even if it's just a small plaque for the news media to report on, or something like that, or a reference to the literature, do you think that takes away from the project? If you explain to somebody what it is?
Take away from the project?
How do you feel about an explanation of what this is sitting next to it? On like something like just a paragraph like that. And I'm gonna ask the same question about that one.
How do I feel like?
Do you think it's okay to have an explanation next to your project of what a peapod does?
I feel like there is always potential between public. Each person would have different explanation when they see the view. So that's my hope.
For instance, just the first part of this, where peapods see the future. You know, they split off in the air after they're concealed naturally. And then you make a reference to the book. That is very helpful to me. Otherwise, I don't know if I quite understand.
But John, we're also looking at this from passing by in our cars, for the most part.
I'm beyond that. I'm for the people who do get out and look at it.
Well, and I think that would be our job as the redevelopment commission, as we communicate that to our neighbors. Yes, that, you know, this is why we selected this sculpture, and here's the explanation of the artist. But I don't think that it needs to be with the sculpture.
Well, that's what I'm asking. What is her view of that? What is her view of having something next to it that explains it?
If I may add one little thing, I mean, they work pretty hard to generate artist statements on a regular basis. So I think in the end, what you're asking for would the artist be willing to provide an artist statement to accompany the piece, which then it's up to you all to determine how that's to be presented. But I don't think you'd find any opposition from the artist in regards to the artist statement. That's kind of why they started writing this stuff out now. So.
Yes, because I don't think we should be telling people what it means. I think we should have that information.
And there's lots of things that they don't have to be web-based content.
Yes.
We could even use that billboard in the background.
There you go.
Well, especially on the website.